Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to be a voice actor.
Don't quit your day job.
Whoa, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Look, what I meant was that there are so many, Okay, let's start over. While the wonderful world of voice acting may give the sense of fulfillment that many people are looking for, there are a lot of reasons why it's not smart to tell your boss to shove their 10 key where the sun don't shine and jump on the first Greyhound bus to LA with more hope in your heart than common sense in your head. While every person's situation is different, and I'm never giving you financial advice, the voice actor who succeeds is the one who does things intelligently, and choosing to make your day job and voiceover dreams cohabitate really is the smartest play. Let's talk about why. If you haven't been keeping up with my educational content, here's a quick refresher. Me, Joe. Me make money talking into a can of Pringles. Me help you talk into Pringles too and make money.
Now that sums it up for me.
In my previous videos, I've talked about monopoly money and how having a good voice means nothing if you don't have the business savvy to back it up. This is where those ideas come in. First, let's talk about the upfront cost of a career in voice acting. When you start your voice acting journey, you need a few essential pieces of hardware: a mic, an interface, a good computer to run your editing software, and a suitable place to record. It doesn't have to be stellar starting out. I booked my first work on a $67 microphone. However, there is sort of a minimum level of quality you have to have in order to get taken seriously by clients. So that's an upfront investment. Let's say that's out of the way, okay? You got a good enough sound that you've booked a few things. Great. Now what? Well, if your former boss took your advice and is printing out receipt paper from their keister, that money you just earned on your VO jobs has to go toward your housing, your bills, your groceries, and gas, and it's gone. You earned money and you used it to cover your bills. That's what it's about, right? Not quite. How are you going to keep improving? It's not about getting to the minimum level required and just staying there. It's about getting to the minimum level to bring in work, then using the money you earned to pay for more improvements, like coaching, sound treatment, different coaching, professional demos when it's time, studio quality equipment, and other things. If you don't have the opportunity to save up money for VO, your chances of improving decrease dramatically because there is a monetary cost attached to most VO upgrades and most creative endeavor upgrades. Eventually, your investments will steady out and you can start to pocket that money. But especially early on, it's better if you can keep VO money for VO-related expenses, hence why I call it monopoly money. It shouldn't really be considered real money for the purposes of paying your bills. The only way you can do that, though, is if you have a way to earn money outside of VO. A voice actor can easily spend over $10,000 to get the education and equipment needed to bring in a salary worth of work, and that's on the low end. If you don't have that kind of money ahead of time, anything you earn won't go towards that figure, making it harder to improve. Even if you do have that money laying around, here's why it's still not a good idea. Voiceover moves at its own pace, okay? It doesn't bow to anybody. The industry doesn't care if you have an open calendar ripe for all the live sessions any client could possibly want. Work comes when it comes, and you'll find that it tends to move slower than you want to. Pop quiz. What's a better use of your time when you've done all the auditions in your queue? A, twiddling your thumbs. B, working your job. I trust you don't need to phone a friend here. There are plenty of ways to improve as a voice actor, but even then, you'll find that some days you're gonna have time on your hands. Why not use that time to earn a steady paycheck to help cover the bills, the expenses, the regular things you have? Let's take that idea a little bit further, okay? Let's say you quit your job the day you decided to become a voice actor. Your boss can send faxes from their butt and you're not making a steady paycheck anymore. You audition for everything you can on a Tuesday, and your next coaching session isn't for another 6 days. It's noon. You pull up your inbox and you just stare at it, waiting for something to come in. And something does! It's a role announcement for that thing you auditioned for. You open the email, preparing your acceptance speech, and read, "We're glad to have received so many fantastic auditions for this role, but unfortunately we chose to go with a different talent." Well, let's face it, not landing the job stings a little bit, especially when it's one you were really hoping to get. But when you need that money, when you only have voiceover in your life and you don't have enough work coming in to take up your time, how do you think that feels? That sucks. Who do you think books more on average? Sad Joe, who's in his head and doubting whether or not he can pay the bills, feed his family? Or Baller Joe, who doesn't care about that particular rejection because he didn't need that particular money? When you put all your eggs in the VO basket too soon, you're placing an insane amount of pressure on yourself to book. Every loss feels way worse, and you begin to doubt yourself. When in truth, runner-up and last place get the same rejection email. When you don't have enough going on in your VO world, that pressure can build up, and then it leads to burnout. Burnout is detrimental to your success. But Joe, my job sucks. I don't want to do it anymore. How am I ever going to do well in voiceover? Yeah, great question, okay? It comes down to managing your time effectively, putting yourself in the right mindset, and setting realistic goals for yourself. Sure, you may not have all the time in the world to work on voiceover if you're still working a day job, but you'll be in a strong place financially, and chances are you have time off to work on voiceover. Sit down, chart out your typical week. What time do you go to work? What time do you get home? What time do you go to bed? What days do you have off? Look for chunks of time you can set aside for voiceover. Even 30 minutes a day when you're just starting out can help you out. I improved by increments very small in the beginning. I chose 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour here or there. Choose a realistic amount of time to dedicate to auditioning and practicing, and block it out in your calendar. Make that time precious. Make sure you leave room for social opportunities, spending time with friends, spending time with loved ones. This is never me encouraging you to sprint, and burn out. But when it's time to work on your VO, commit. You put your phone away, you close out social media, and you dedicate yourself to your voice acting craft. You'll be surprised what you can do when you have a specific block and a specific focus. Next, it's all about the right mindset. Remember, VO moves at sometimes a glacial pace. If you've committed to keeping your day job while you grow your voice acting business, don't pit the two against each other. They're not the same. Every minute at your day job is not a minute away from the mic. It's another dollar secured to ensure you approach voiceover from a position of power, not a position of desperation. I can tell you from first-hand experience, getting mad at your day job because it's keeping you out of the booth will only burn you out faster. Keep your mental health in check and accept that your day job is good, even if it isn't how you want to spend your time all the time. And finally, set realistic goals for yourself. This is important no matter what stage of your voice acting career you're in, or your life for that matter. When you find yourself wearing multiple hats throughout the week, it's easy to lose sight of your progress when you take one cartridge out of the game console of life and switch to the next. Realistic goals help you save your progress and remember where you're trying to go. Smart goals are perfect. Set your horizon on something specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, I will practice commercial reads 4 days next week for at least 30 minutes a day. Write down where you can see it. Commit it. When you're off of your day job, you don't have to try to figure out what to do next. When you get home, it's there for you to work on. When you accomplish one of your goals, set a new one. Keep working on your goals, and you'll find yourself closer and closer to the day when you could drop a resignation letter on your boss's desk like it's a fire diss track. Burn. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do me a favor, don't quit your day job and like this video because it helps us reach more of the next generation of voice actors that you'll get to grow alongside. If you're interested in getting more info on starting your journey, I got a bunch of free resources, including a free ebook and more free training in the links in the description below. Don't quit your day job, but do get behind the mic. I'm gonna throw this teleprompter out the window, guys.